Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Coach Tiffany Williams-Parra, editor-in-chief of Fanatics Magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. Today is our Mental Monday. Y'all, starting another day, starting another week. And this is a new month. We are already in December. Can you believe it? It is December 1st, y'all. And today we are going to be talking about how to close out your year with a little more clarity instead of all that chaos. So I have some of my amazing contributing writers. Let me go bring them on in. Hey, good morning, Teresa.
Hey, hi everyone.
Good morning, Jeffrey.
What up, Doe? What's good?
Oh man, I just absolutely love taking center stage with you two. It is just so amazing. Y'all always bring the energy. So we're taking center stage on the Own It Publishing Magazine and Publishing platform. Again, Phoenix Fitness Fanatics Magazine. So before we begin, I would like for you to introduce yourselves, tell everyone who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about what you do. We're going to start with you, Teresa.
Okay, I'm Teresa Palmer. I'm a holistic cardiology nurse practitioner. I'm also an empower advocate because I believe that there's always something we can do to help ourselves. And that's basically my practice is a holistic practice. It's bridging the gap between Eastern alternative and Western medicine, giving people choices, giving people the information and the tools, and then they could pick and choose what resonates with them, and they become empowered and a partner in their health care. So that's what I do. I currently live in Alabama, originally from New Jersey. I'm also author of the book Heal Your Heart from Within, which was a book originally written for the cardiology practice that I was in for at least 15, 20 years. And it was it's about giving people the tools and the information they need to become self-aware, self-empowered, to help them make decisions with their healthcare.
Awesome,
Thank you.
awesome. We got to advocate for ourselves, y'all. We got to advocate for ourselves. Definitely when it comes to our health. So thank you so much, Teresa. Welcome. All right. We're going to go down to you, Jeffrey.
Man, we made it to another month. Let's go. Five-time
Go.
published author, musician, journalist, speaker, CEO, and the host. 4 JLE brand shows, interview, Middle Ground with JLE, sports show, The Sports Line with JLE, social show, Ground Floor, and latest show, political show, the JLE Lounge radio show, Jeffrey L. Edwards or JLE.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jeffrey. You always bring that awesome energy as well. So we're moving into the holidays very, very quickly. I mean, we've already gotten through, Halloween, which is one of my favorite days, honestly. I love to dress up. Love look, I even love the candy, right? Look, that's my vice, okay? But everything in moderation. Thanksgiving is now here and gone. Okay, it breezed by. And we're now in December. So, this time of the year, we're closing out things as business owners, and we're also coming to a close with all of the various goals that we maybe set for ourselves for this year. What do you do personally to close out your year with clarity instead of chaos? Because it's so chaotic. I know for me, I write everything down, and I really, really, I start planning out way in advance. And because I like to journal a lot and I like to really just put all my ideas down, it does look chaotic at first. And then I have time where just from being in HR, I have that time where September is the time where I start really, really getting things clear about the next year. So let's go around the room and tell us, how do you personally, or what do you do personally to close out your year with instead of chaos? We'll start with you, Teresa.
Okay, what I do is I stay in the present moment. I take everything day by day because I always say we plan God or the universe or whatever your belief is laughs at us. So, case in point,
Mm,
ago, I set out to revise my website because it definitely needed it. I knew the direction I wanted to go in, I knew everything. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it myself. Got somebody to do it who unfortunately 6 months later was unable to do it, so now I've got somebody else doing it for me, and it should be completed shortly. So all the plans I had about how I was gonna use it, my email subscription, my free gift, are sitting out there in cyberspace right now, waiting for my website to be complete. So, although I do plan certain things, I also like to be just very present in the moment. I to me, chaos is an opportunity to do something.
mm,
In the Chinese language, they have no word for chaos, it's opportunity. So in the
mhm,
midst of that, what looks like confusion, you do get clarity if you could be with yourself, if you could be in the present moment. And, I don't get excited about holidays. To me, they
yeah,
come and they go. I try to celebrate things all year round. Giving and
mhm,
receiving to me is not just Christmas, it's an all year round thing. Gratitude with Thanksgiving, Halloween with having fun. And to
yeah.
me, those are all year round things. So I don't get caught up in the holidays. What gets done, gets done. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's always the following year, and I tend to think we put too much pressure on ourselves and we make
Mhm.
ourselves chaotic. Yes, there's chaotic energy out there, but we could be calm and serene inside ourselves if that's what we choose. So that is my take on it.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Just really being present and in the moment, right? Because we do tend to get caught up in that rat race, and then we're not even able to enjoy life, right? And life should be enjoyable. I mean, every day should be enjoyable. So I absolutely love that, Teresa. Thank you. Jeffrey, what about you? What do you do
Um,
to start the year with the clarity instead of
I
chaos?
I tend to take account of what was my goals for the year and see how much of it got accomplished and what I plan to do to finish it for next year and what else I'm gonna add to it.
So you kind of just go through that list and just kind of so when I'm gonna ask both of you this. So when we have all of these goals, right? And we very emotional.
Hmm.
It's like it's not done. So what are some of the things that you do to just keep calm, cool, and collected when it is a little bit chaotic? Start with you, Teresa.
Okay, well, the things I like to do, number one, I'm a big pickleball and tennis enthusiast, more pickleball than tennis at this point. And so I try to at least 3, 4 times a week, I try to play pickleball in the morning. There is a group I'm involved with, so that automatically calms me down and sets my day. The other things I do is I either take a walk or I listen to myself and I say to myself, if I find that I'm getting chaotic, I say, okay,
Mhm.
why is this happening? What's going on right now around me that's causing me to be chaotic? And should I be upset and nervous about this, or what the heck is going on? And usually it's some sort of demand that I find that maybe I place too much on myself. I have something to do and I give myself a certain amount of time, and if it doesn't get done right away, so I sit and I analyze it. I kind of sit there in silence and I say, what's really going on? Do I really need to be upset about this? And 9 out of 10 times, no, I don't. So for me, it's important to take each day as it comes. We just lost Tiffany. I'm sure she'll be back. but to take each day as it comes, to stay present with myself, to know that I don't have to do everything. And, if I miss a deadline, then it was meant for me to miss that deadline. And at that point, there's really nothing I could do about it. I also try to start things in enough time that I don't miss a deadline. And I say that because I do write for two online publications through Own It Magazine and Phoenix Fitness. Whoo, that's a mouthful for me. Phoenix Fitness Magazine. So there are deadlines where the magazine has to go out and, I can't be dilly-dallying around. So I have to give myself enough time because with me writing, I've tried to use Chat GPT, but it doesn't work for me. It really doesn't. Um, writing comes through me. So
Uh-huh.
when I'm writing, it comes through me and it's kind of a process. So I'll jot things down, I'll write things, and it may take 2 or 3 days before that process is really complete. So I've tried to be more efficient with Chat GPT, but somehow it just didn't work out for me. So again, for me, it's being present, it's giving myself time if there are deadlines, and it's knowing that
Mhm.
if I don't meet a deadline, it wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't meant
Mhm.
to be, and that's the way it's going to be. And if I miss out on something, I was meant to miss out on it. And so that
Yeah.
is my take on it.
Yeah. And I think
Uh,
just giving ourselves grace, right? So, yeah. So go ahead, Jeffrey.
for
What's your
me,
take on it?
work out, work on some music, and sometimes just say bump it. Hey, don't stress yourself out over it.
Right.
You couldn't do nothing to stop it. It happened. Move on. Cause drinking
Hmm.
some Crown
Hmm.
or smoking some weed ain't gonna do nothing. That ain't good for you. Might make you feel good, but ain't good for you. And the problem still, it still happened the way it happened, and nothing changed. So keep moving.
That is true. That is true. Look, don't have the negative reaction, right? Because I think when we
Mhm.
have the negative reactions, it brings more negative reactions, right?
Mhm.
More that comes. So I definitely believe that. So I love what you guys are saying with just really keeping clear in this chaos. So, what's some words of wisdom, words of encouragement as we're moving into a new month? We're going to be closing out
Mhm.
the year. Y'all, we got 30 days
Yeah,
left in
it's crazy.
2025. So,
It's
please,
crazy.
words of wisdom, words of encouragement for some of those out there that might be struggling right now in chaos. As we're moving into this holiday season, their year's been a little bit crazy, but now it's even more crazy because trying to figure out what they're going to do for this next year. Put some words of wisdom, words of encouragement. We'll start with you, Teresa, and then we'll have you close it out there.
Okay.
Again, I say stay in the present moment. Do what you can do. Don't try to do everything because you're only going to put pressure on yourself. It's not going to happen. You do what you're capable of doing. Limit the demands that you place on yourself and also limit the demands others place on you. I'm not saying ignore people, don't help them out, but I think we have a tendency to try to please people too much. And I think that just adds to the anxiety, especially around the holiday season. So I think it's important. If you look at the airlines, what's the first thing they tell you before the plane even touches off the ground?
Put your
Put your
mask
own
on.
oxygen mask on first
Mhm.
and then help others. And the reason is because if you can't breathe, you die, you
It's a
can't
wrap.
help others. And it's the same thing in our daily life that if we don't put ourselves first, if we constantly try to be there for others, we burn out. We can't drink from an empty well. If we don't have our own oxygen mask,
True.
what happens? If we can't help ourselves, We can't be there for other people. So again, I think a lot of the chaos and a lot of the demands we place on ourselves, and we think we have to do everything. And that's not true. And I say that even with the holidays. Nothing says you have to celebrate Christmas on December 25th. Maybe the 26th, the 27th, or the 2nd of January works better for you. What's
Hmm.
to say that you can't do that, that you can't get together with people, that you can't arrange things? Does do you have to be in the middle of all that chaos? I don't want to be in the middle of all that chaos, and I don't think it's necessary. So my words are be with yourself, be present with yourself, and remember, you are the most important. Put yourself first, because if you don't put on your own oxygen mask, you can't help anybody else put theirs on. Going to go over to you, Mr. Jeffrey.
That's some good advice right there. I mean, it's not over. All's not lost. It's a new month. You here, so there's still time to start figuring it out and getting ready for next year. So if whatever your list of what you want to do, you may have got one thing done. Congratulate. You did one thing. Now work on it for next year. It ain't over. It's over when you did. As long as you still living, you got a shot. Keep fighting.
True. Well, I this is information wisdom. I'm in and out, so it was some work right outside here, and but I'm glad that we're this conversation. So, everybody, thank you all for joining us today to talk about just how to get through the chaos and have a little more clarity as we are moving into 2026. Ooh, I tell you, just saying it. But
Yeah.
Teresa, thank you for center stage today to really share your knowledge and wisdom on this Mental Monday. I truly appreciate you. Love.
Oh, I think we lost Tiffany again. The internet's a marvelous thing when it
Yeah.
works. When it doesn't, it's not a marvelous thing. So we'll
Yeah.
just carry on. My last words would be again to just put yourself first, to take every day as it comes, to
Hmm.
not stress over the holidays, to not stress over everything, and to really sit back and say to yourself, what demands am I putting back on myself?
True.
Uh, do I really need all those demands? What's really necessary? And then try to sort things out. The way people could get in touch with me right now would either be through Facebook, Teresa Ann Palmer, or
Hmm.
Instagram. I think my Instagram is also too under Teresa Palmer or Teresa Ann Palmer. Like I said, everything's being revised. So I'm
Okay.
hoping by the time we get to 2026, I will have my social media in one place. I will have a website. I will be able to distribute a free gift, and I'll be able to get more connected with everybody. So, Jeffrey, what are your final words of wisdom, and how could people get in touch with you?
Final words. 25. A lot been going on, but you here. So look forward to great things for 26. You want to get in contact with me? You can check me out on my Linktree, LinkedIn, not Linktree. Jeffrey Edwards, my Facebook, Jeffrey Edwards, my Instagram at Middle Ground with JLE, Snapchat, TikTok, Middle Ground. I mean, you Google me. That's still crazy that you can do that. You look me up, you'll see where I'm at. And I'm always doing my shows Fridays and Saturdays. Go to my subscribe my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE Network. All my shows are there. Great content. It's gonna brighten your day or educate you. You're gonna have fun or something for you to get from what I'm putting out.
That's wonderful, and it's great that they can Google you and come up with you. When they Google me, they come up with the Australian actress Teresa
Oh
Palmer.
no, that ain't
So I'm
right.
really hidden
That
there
ain't
in the
right.
shadows.
That
So
ain't right.
it's, yeah, she kind of takes over everything. So I'm kind of